Good morning. It's Devorah. It's InStory Live, and I'm here with my faithful assistant, my darling, adorable assistant, Kai. And so, I want to talk a little bit about always trying again. So, I usually do my Facebook Lives on my phone, but lately my phone has been doing a thing that says connection available, and then low network connection. And what's odd is that it's even doing it when I'm at home with my Wi Fi on. So it's clearly a glitch in my phone. Yes, so you'll be able to watch and be completely distracted by looking at a cute baby at the same time. So, what I want to talk about is the power of metaphor. That there are so many ways that you can use metaphor to communicate in a really powerful way. And I'm going to take it all the way from the simplest glitch on my phone that is a metaphor, all the way to how I started my business because I helped a friend win a multi-million dollar contract in his business using the metaphor technique I teach. So, in the first simple realm, I yesterday on my Facebook Live in the forest, I kept having this problem that said connection available and then low network connection. And it just started to crack me up. And I thought, what is that saying? Like, so I took it into this metaphorical realm, like, oh, there's this higher connection available. And then it switched low network connection, meaning are you stuck in a lower energetic connection, like a lower network of connection? So, what that, and as I thought about it more, it really led me to this kind of profound awareness that is developing more. And I'm going to develop a whole process around this. But I think notice if you have this feeling that so often we can be pulled into just this low energy. It's just pulling on us all the time, scrolling through Facebook or listening to the news or, like watching TV or whatever it is, like things that just kind of pull on us and we get pulled in and it keeps pulling and pulling and pulling and you have to go ooh, and pull yourself out. Or the other low network connection are our old stories about who we are, what we do, what works, what doesn't work. And and there's a whole lower network of energy that you can be pulled into. It is your so we're saying low network connection. So is your connection lower because you're in this network that is just lowering your energy? But then it says connection available. So to me, it was like this higher connection is always available to you. It's always available to you. And so then so okay, so I just turned a thing that was just a simple little technical glitch in the moment into a moment to pull it into a metaphor and to teach from it. So that is the most sort of small, simple, hi Janice, small, simple kind of example of how to create what I call everyday stories, how to take the moments of your life and turn them into meaning. And but then there are these other realms that are just unbelievably powerful in the realm of image and metaphor. And Janice has been in my group for a long time and graduated recently, knows this. And so I'm going to tell you there's a spiritual transformational realm of metaphor, and then there's actually a business realm of metaphor. And in the spiritual realm of transformation, I lead a guided process. And we often talk about how in that guided process, I ask what's an image or a metaphor for something. And it's how you receive this very high level creative spiritual information and then you interpret it, and it is extraordinarily transformational. Truly. It is truly life changing. In fact, recently, a businesswoman that I'm in a business course with, she and I did some work for each other. We each did each other's deep process for each other. And she said, Devorah, after that process, it totally blew things open, and I had the best sales week of late. Like, and I was like, really? Because the work does different things for different people depending on where you are and what is being opened up. So it is this spiritual transformation that opens you to your soul calling, and it really is. It's truly amazing. So, but I got started in all of this um, realm of bringing my work from out of the performance world, which is where I was for a lot of my time, and teaching, of course. Always been a teacher, a deep teacher. Um, but I want to bring it out. And so, in bringing it out into the business world, I tried out a lot of my deeper teachings on friends in my community. This is quite some time ago, like 8 years ago or something. And I, Kai's on my lap, so that's what I'm looking at. um, so I trained a friend of mine who was at that time working in corporate for a large corporate company called Lionbridge, and they were proposing to do project management for Microsoft. And after a number of sessions of working with him over time, I trained him how to use my metaphor mastery technique. And the first few times in when he was in these sales pitch, big, hundreds of PowerPoint presentations, he forgot all about it. But finally, in a very big presentation, after hundreds of PowerPoint presentation slides, he said, "Hey, look, let me tell you what this is like. What the difference between what you have now and what we're going to do for you is like a Bavarian clockmaker. When at first this clockmaker is making the whole clock himself, and it takes him a very long time to make it. And then he hired someone else to make clocks with him, and they were all making the whole clock, and it was still taking them a long time. And finally, he hired people to make sections of the clock. Someone built the pieces, someone put the parts together, someone painted the clock, and then they made way more clocks much more quickly. That's what we're going to do for you. And it was a perfect metaphor, and it cut through all of the slides, all of the other complicated information, and they hired them. They won that. They won that bid for that project, and he became known as the metaphor. I forget what they called him, the metaphor expert, I think, in his company. And this has recently come back into my mind because I have been getting a lot of requests and a lot of pulls to bring this work back into the business community. I'm not leaving my purpose driven, wonderful women over 50 InStory Way year group, which I love so much, but I am going to be creating some high level business programs and some storytelling and how to up level your business through storytelling course. So it's so important to see the power of metaphor in your communication, in your transformation, and in your ability to sell and influence. So this is super interesting to me. I love the realm of metaphor, and it gives you access to a kind of content and a kind of communication and transformation that is just so powerful. And you can take it from a glitch, an everyday glitch in life, all the way to a very powerful communication tool for influence or for changing yourself and your life and your vision and who you are and what you do in the world. So pay attention to metaphor and look at how you can use it in your life. And I would love to hear your thoughts on using metaphor, how it works for you, how you use it, how it helps you, if you have experience with it, if you've had experience with me with it, or in what ways has using image and metaphor helped you. I would love to know. Please share your questions, thoughts, and ideas with me. And as always, we say farewell. Kai says bye too. And have an amazing day. And remember to go out in the world, share your story, live your purpose, and be a blessing. Bye, folks.